Hi, this is Art, and this is from my book, And Another Thing, an eclectic collection of musings, afterthoughts, and paternal rantings. Many years ago, I was on a sales call in the home of a middle-aged couple who had recently immigrated to the United States from Cuba. The wife spoke no English at all, but understood a little. The husband spoke pretty good English, but broken English. And from the moment I walked in the front door, Roberto Hernandez couldn't wait to tell me the news. He had become an American citizen that very day. Of course, I congratulated him and shook his hand, and the three of us walked toward the dining room table where I proceeded to give my presentation. When I finished the presentation and prepared to write up the sales contract, I looked down at the card in my right hand, and then looking up at the husband, I said, "Now, your first name is Roberto, is that correct?" As if he had been offended by my question, he waved his index finger in the air and said in a rather loud voice, "No more Roberto, Robert." And then I noticed his eyes begin to moisten a bit as he touched his big hand to his chest and proudly added one more word to his new identity: Americana. Here was a man who was not only willing, but eager to abandon his roots. No more Roberto. And he was so proud that he wanted me, a virtual stranger, to know that he was now Robert Americana. And I don't know that any other single moment in my life had been more moving than that one. And if you had been sitting around the dining room table with Mr. and Mrs. Hernandez on that spring evening, you would have been just as moved. Those of us who are lucky enough to have been born here take so much for granted. We forget about the struggles of those who went before us, those who gave up so much so that their children and grandchildren could have a better life. And so I thank you, Robert. I thank you for that wonderful moment. I'm so glad that I had the opportunity to meet you. And Robert, I am so very proud to be your fellow citizen, your fellow Americana. Thanks for watching. Oh, and by the way, if you like my vlogs, you can become a subscriber at the bottom of your screen. It's free, and it'll help me out. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, too. Thanks.